Hello, Palm Springs, to our local folks, to our international folks, and of course also to our snowbirds who at this time of the year are leaving.
Bye-bye.
That's right. But you know what?
Fly away.
You can always find out what's happening here by coming back to Palm Springs Point of View and checking up on us.
And you know, we get this all the time. I mean, a lot. We're leaving, but when I'm home, I'm always listening, I'm always watching, because there are always things happening. This is not summertime yet.
No. And speaking of things happening, lots of things happening. We're going to talk about the 85th birthday of Palm Springs.
It's coming soon in just a week.
We also went to the opening of the new spa downtown.
The new spa with the Agua Caliente, the Seche Spa, is gorgeous. We're going to take you inside.
Exactly. And then there's just a bunch of good things we're going to kind of just touch upon.
A lot of art from more Desert X going on to Steve Jansen's big anniversary to the Bombay Beach Biennale.
All kinds of stuff.
At the end of the earth. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Palm Springs. Happy birthday to you. Yay!
85 years old.
Palm Springs was incorporated in 1938. Can you believe it?
That's amazing.
And there's going to be a big party on the 8th of April, which is coming up in just a few days.
That's right.
And we sat down with Keith McCormick, who is behind this amazing vintage car parade. All 85 cars.
Guinness Book World Record,
hopefully.
hopefully.
Going for the Guinness. Why don't we have a look? Well, as many of you know, the 85th anniversary of the incorporation of Palm Springs as a city is coming up on April 8th. And who better to talk to, because there's going to be a big vintage car parade, than Keith McCormick of McCormick's Vintage Autos.
Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Which it's safe to say you know a few things about cars.
Yeah.
I've been in this business since 1968.
Wow.
It's a collector car business.
Wow. And how long have you been in Palm Springs?
I moved here from England in 1981. Came to Palm Springs and thought that it was like Little England with sunshine.
Oh, wow.
We'll take that.
And an auction, 2 auctions a year.
So we do 2 auctions a year selling the classic cars, so that built up a lot of contacts. Like, you know, we have a mailing list of 20,000 people who own classic cars.
So you've got your finger on the pulse for vintage cars, and this is something to do. I mean, you were one of the organizers of this big celebration for the 85th anniversary. Tell us what's going on.
The city reached out. I was involved in the 50th anniversary when I was much younger, and I helped in a small way that time. So the city reached out to me and said, would I be involved in helping come up with brainstorming for the 85th anniversary parade? And I thought, this would make a lot of fun if we could turn around and do a Guinness Book of Records. So I went through the Guinness Book of Records, found out there's been parades with 2,000 cars, there's been parades of like all the Corvettes in the world, all gathered in one spot, kind of. And I thought, well, wouldn't it be cute if we could have a 1938 car, then a 39 car, then a 1940 car.
It's a great idea.
All together, all the way up to 2023. So there's your 85 cars.
Oh my gosh, because 1938 was the year Palm Springs was incorporated.
And nobody's ever done this before.
Oh my gosh, so how in the world have you managed to accrue 85 cars for this parade?
We went through our mailing list, which was 20,000 people, and we selected all the people of the cars that we wanted, and we contacted them, and then we did adverts in our brochures for our auction saying that we're putting on this city parade, and we were getting 100 applications a day for 85 cars.
And so let me ask you a question. Do these individuals who are giving you the cars, for loaning you the cars for the day, are they individuals here in the desert? Are they bringing the cars across the country for this event?
Most of the people are based in the desert, and I've met people that I've never met. They've never been to an auction, but they want to be in a parade that goes in the Guinness Book of Records. It's kind of like the stamp of approval that they've arrived.
So the event, the parade starts, I believe, at 11:30, starting from the convention center. And are they all lined up over there?
Actually, it's 11:45, but I'm amassing them from 11 o'clock because the city have invited 57 ex-movie stars.
Yes.
I don't suppose you're ever an ex-movie star, you're always in movies, right? But they've invited like mayors from the past, people who made this town work and go, and it makes perfect sense that the Hollywood crowd that have come to retire here, that did so much work in putting Palm Springs on the map in the 40s and 50s, should be in some of these cars. and nearly everybody accepted the invitation from City Hall.
Oh
which
my
is
gosh.
fabulous.
And who is the Grand Marshal this year?
Okay, it's Nancy Sinatra.
Oh.
Yay, we always like
So-
to see Nancy out and
Da-da-da-da.
about.
Right, so they were into the white boots and all, hopefully.
And so tell us how it starts. So you will all gather here at the convention center.
right.
You drive down to where?
So we're going to drive down to Maryland Park, right, to our new downtown
Yes.
city park, right, and we're going to place the 85 cars. Once we've done the parade, right, and the parade is led by squad cars, motorcycles, we're doing a rolling close straight across Indian and Palm Canyon, which, so if you're in line on Palm Canyon, a little bit tough
Hold
for about
on.
10 minutes.
Is that the best viewing spot then?
I would say so. So just time it to be there about just before 12 o'clock, and you'll see 85 classic cars and newer ones, the later
Be there.
version of it. Yeah.
And then they'll be parked in various locations?
Then we're all arriving around Maryland, and there's actually going to be 15 of the oldest cars will be parked at the back of Maryland. And the photo opportunity, I mean, can you imagine taking a photograph through Maryland's legs with a statue there and see all these
And all
old
those
cars,
cars,
right?
great.
Cars
And then
in
there's a
play.
full day of festivities
Then there's a
going
full
on
day
there.
of festivities. We've got a Splash House. It's a big event in Palm Springs now.
Yes.
Right, they're providing a DJ that's a very famous DJ, has a huge following. So thousands of the younger generation who now live in Palm Springs, they'll be all there for that.
Oh, wow.
And it's an
fun.
event that goes on all day long. There'll be all kinds of activities for the kids. There'll be
Absolutely,
music, there'll be
you know,
face painting, all
yes,
kinds of great stuff
Yes,
there.
yes.
And I heard something about cupcakes. When are the cupcakes?
Well, the cupcakes will be they'll be made that morning, and they'll be distributed to everybody there.
Whoa.
As you know, everything is free to do with this. This
That's
is a
right.
So
true city
great.
celebration, and it finishes the start of the finishing act. It will be an Elton John
Tribute band, that's
tribute
right.
concert person who is one of the best. And
nice.
that goes on for 2 hours. So at 9 o'clock, it's all wrapped up.
Can you believe how many cars were submitted for this opportunity?
Oh
This
my
is going to
gosh.
be, those that get in are very fortunate.
Kate's stack was like this. Everyone wants to have their car in this parade,
Exactly.
but no, only one per year, and
85 of
pretty
them.
much handpicked,
That's right.
And all those celebrities.
Celebrities, past council persons, movie stars. It's going to be a
I think
blast.
there's even some silent film stars, Conrad.
gonna
I'm
be
not
great.
sure, but this is the year of Nancy Sinatra. That's what I'm
She'll be the Grand
talking
Marshal.
about.
Should be a lot
she
of
will be
fun.
the Grand Marshal. So get your place along the parade row
And we will see
party in the
you
park.
there.
Who here isn't looking for a relaxing day at a beautiful spa right here in Palm Springs? The spa at Seke is opening tomorrow.
That's correct. And we were very fortunate this past weekend to go to the press event that gave us the first look at the inside of the spa.
And it is beautiful, and those services. Why
Wow.
don't we have a look?
Yes.
Okay, well, thank you. Thank you to all of you who are here today. We are here on a very, very special day, not just for my tribe, but for the entire community, Palm Springs and the entire Coachella Valley. What we are here celebrating today is the grand opening of the spa at Seke. This is a very important project. As you know, it's part of the Agua Caliente Cultural Plaza. This is a project that has been almost 10 years in the making. The importance of this place is the water. This water is spiritually healing, it's physically healing. And we welcome all guests who come from around the world to take part in our culture, take part in our waters, feel what members of my tribe have been feeling for thousands and thousands of years. This is a project that has been worked on, as I said, for over close to 10 years now. Not just by Tribal Council, but from all of our membership. And I say all of our membership because it is that important to each and every one of us that we all work collectively to make today happen, to get to where we are today.
Oh, Conrad, wake up, wake up. Are you out of the waters? How was your massage?
It was all terrific. I feel so relaxed.
Were you in the quartz bed? I couldn't find you. I was looking all over.
Come enjoy a day at the spa here in Palm Springs. It's going to be terrific.
And you know, just speaking with Chairman Reid, who is actually so vibrant, and so we feel so honored that we are now, you know, invited to take of the waters, which are so sacred and so just held close to the hearts and souls of the Alba-Caliente Band of Cahuilla Indians.
And I was learning from some research I was doing that these sacred waters are actually down about 1.5 miles below the earth. They're there at 180 degrees, and as they travel to the top and gather all these minerals to make the sacred waters that they come up to the top at 105 degrees, and that's the waters that you're going to be able to enjoy when you're there at the spa.
And each of the tubs indoors are private, and then there are outdoor whirlpools, one for the women, one for the men, a co-ed, and then outside at that beautiful pool there is also a gorgeous hot mineral pool.
And it's just so beautiful there.
It is. And you're right in the center of town.
We'll see
you
there.
wouldn't even know it. And art continues to abound in the Coachella Valley.
Yes.
This past weekend, there were many events going on, and the Palm Springs Art Museum worked with Desert X for a series of fun and interactive lunch at the museum, a cello out in the desert at one of the exhibits. And they were doing like private guided tours to some of the exhibits for anyone who has missed or hasn't been out there yet. Remember Desert X runs through May 7th.
Whether you do it on a tour or you do it by yourself with your friends, it's a blast to get out and around town.
It's great. And speaking of May 7th, the Desert X artists there's a whole educational wing of Desert X.
Which is very important. A lot of people only know about going to see the art, but the educational part is real important with this
And the artists work with students. I mean, this is a big thing. And this is, I believe, is the first year that the Desert X Art Club has formed. And there will be an exhibition of the students' art coming up on May 7th. At the College of the Desert.
Love that.
And that's going to be a big closing. We'll tell you more about that later. A big closing of Desert X. So it's a great time to get out and see the art that these kids have created. And right here in town, Jansen Art Space, one of our favorite galleries, celebrated their 6th year anniversary with just an open house and party, and they happen to be situated right across from the spa. So you have a beautiful view now as you're standing outside having your cocktails and just mingling with all the artists, which is a great curation of some of the Coachella Valley's top artists. And this past weekend, the Bombay Beach Biennale once again happened.
It's always a good one.
If you're brave enough to wander down to the edge of civilization and join in the chaos theory of what this is all made up of, you will enjoy it. And these installations, a lot of them stay up. So, I mean, if you've been there before, there are more cool installations on the beach. One is a maze of how much water it takes to grow a pound of almonds. That's crazy. Last night we wandered into a lot of interesting music, jazz in one abandoned house, a whole trance dance thing going on with Turkish coffee. It's really cool. I mean, I always think this is like the best.
See you there next year. So Claudia, while you were on the edge of the earth, I was here in Palm Springs and Cathedral City for a couple of quick things that I've had opportunity I want to make sure folks know about. This is the first time I've ever went to an event over a weekend where I was at Palm Springs Auditorium and the Cathedral City High School Auditorium. And so over at the Palm Springs Auditorium, there was the speaker series. Their last speaker was former Senator Al Franken was there. And always great to see him. He's a good humorist about politics.
Saturday Night Live too.
Exactly, but I got to say this was not a very enjoyable experience for me. His topics were a little bit depressing, and I think the humor was missing. But you know what? Glad to have him in town.
Oh, okay. Well, that's interesting.
Yeah,
I mean,
hey, you're not always on, and sometimes it just didn't really work for me. However, I was the next day over at the Cathedral City High School for the Coachella Acapella Women's Chorus. This is the first time that they've been together in quite some time. They tried to come together a couple of years ago. It didn't really work. They're back now.
Hooked on a Feeling?
Hooked on a Feeling, 60s music. It was a blast.
Oh, fun.
Great to be there with them. They had the folks from Modern Men were there also to sing. It's just a great little organization. They've just begun in women. If you're looking for an a cappella group, check them out.
How long is this going on?
One day, it just happened. That was it. Done
okay,
there.
Audition.
But you can still audition.
And as always, a lot is happening in Palm Springs.
That's right.
We're bidding adieu to the snowbirds, but we want you to know that we are here for you. Eats, Arts, and Culture, Palm Springs Point of View.
That's
Be
right.
sure to tune in and watch our show.
And happy 85th birthday, Palm Springs.
Birthday, Palm Springs.
See you next time.